like this. I got finesse once, I used to be a nice bitch. Yeah, now it's dollar signs and no bitch can check me. Fuck all you hoes, respectfully.
Hell yeah, Kiddy.
You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dreams. Bodyguards protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, Kiddy. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me. Let me finish with this dream.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is another Tuesday. It is another 6 p.m. And you are locked and loaded with your auntie Kiddy. Now, today's topic is going to be, I don't know. A couple of y'all might leave here pissed off at me. Some of y'all may find the beginning to your journey of trying to uncondition yourself. Y'all read it. Y'all know what it is. But first of all, before we go any further, if you are on the feed, baby, I'm going to need you to share.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm not famous.
And we also have the number back. I want to ask everybody who is on the feed, if you're not already, please subscribe to our official YouTube channel. The official YouTube channel for all shows is KiddyPinkRadio. So y'all make sure y'all go over there. If you would like to donate, Cash App is $FlyGirl84. And if you would like to call in, you're all welcome to call in. I know we all have opinions and we all want to, you may have experience what I'm talking about. I dove off into my research for the simple fact I wanted to see if some things about me, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to research some things about me. I wanted to make sure, I'm not out here pointing a finger and got 4 of them pointing back at me. But I think we all do this unconsciously. Tonight we are talking about narcissism. Narcissism, pathological narcissist, wherever you want to go with it. We're also going to talk about healthy narcissism. First of all, I want to give you all the definition of a narcissist. The definition of narcissist is love of oneself. A lot of times people call you a narcissist out of it being a negative thing, but it's not always a negative thing. In order for us to grow, narcissism is kind of necessary, if that makes any sense to anybody. First of all, narcissism is not a diagnosis, and it's neither good or bad. I think that's where the disconnect comes in at. People only know the negative part of narcissism. First of all, I want to start off by saying that Narcissus was a Greek mythologist, a Greek mythological god. He was a very handsome hunter. And one day, while this man out hunting and shooting animals and killing them for food and stuff, he stopped by a river to take a sip of, get him something to drink. And as he was looking off into there, he seen his reflection and he fell in love with himself. So much to where he leaned down to kiss himself in the water. But he noticed that once he went down to kiss himself, his reflection disappeared. So instead of this nigga getting him a drink of water, he decided to just sit there and look at himself until he died of thirst. Interesting. One of the things, there are 6 things that you should be looking for. One of them is, as a narcissist, they don't listen. They do more so talking than they do listening. And I think a lot of people A lot of people have that issue. They're more interested in telling you about themselves, what they do, how they do it. That's something that I see in a lot of people, and it's not a negative thing. I want to go back to that, like, because we look at narcissism as something negative when it really isn't. Girl, one of my lashes is a little off. Y'all scares me. I threw them babies on right before I went live, so they may be a little off. Anna might have to put on her glasses, but narcissists do not listen. Number 2, it's all about them. It's all about them. You cannot build a team with a narcissist, because it's going to be all about them, what they want, how they want it, when they want it. Number 3, the rules don't apply to them. Interesting. Very interesting. Number 4, their concerns, whenever you have a concern that you voice to them, they look at it as though it's criticism, and simply because they don't like criticism, whether it's constructive criticism or any type of criticism, they view it all as negative. They don't feel like you trying to help them or nothing. They feel like you're degrading them. You're degrading them. They feel like you trying to tear them down. Narcissists. Number 5, I'm right, you wrong. And that goes back to number 1. That kind of trickles with number 1 as well, because if you always think that you're the one that's right, that has a lot to do with you not listening to what somebody is telling you about yourself. Number 6 was they're quick to anger. And when they get angry, it didn't have shit to do with them. They don't have any responsibility in that. You the reason I'm angry. You pissed me off. You did this. Narcissists are very, very big on the blame game. Everything is your fault. A narcissist doesn't have any type of empathy. They oftentimes are the type of people who have something bad to say about everything. You could be the dad smack in the middle of something good. They're going to find something bad about it. A narcissist is also these are traits, y'all. These are traits. They're also people who basically feel like, they're better than everybody. And when I say this, and I'm gonna make an example that all y'all can relate to. We all have those people on our timelines that can do nothing wrong. We have the infamous RBGs. They're definitely known for this. And I know people be like, oh my God, you always slamming RBG. I don't have anything personal against them. These are things that I've experienced with that particular community. They speak against Christianity, and they don't like Christianity because of the fact this is how Christians act, but now they've become the new age Christians. Anyway, narcissists feel like if you win, they lose. And that it don't matter whether you friend, boyfriend, mama, daddy, sister, brother. They always feel like your wins are their losses. For example, I was listening to a psychiatrist. I happen to tune into her a lot. She was speaking on how on YouTube, when you've been on YouTube for a while and you finally reach 100K, YouTube mails you. I'm sure y'all seen it. Tammy Roman just revealed hers. They send you a plaque, and it's called the silver something. I'm not really sure exactly what I could be wrong. It's a plaque basically, and basically this woman had put on there, hey y'all, I just received my plaque. And she said that one of the viewers, he decided to comment and say, you received an award, and we're the ones out here who, are doing the hard work, basically, which I didn't understand his rebuttal. But basically what he was saying is, okay, it's cool, you got you a plaque and all, but where my plaque at? They're never happy for people. Your wins are their losses. Like, there is like healthy narcissism. And I know there are some people looking at the screen like now, like, bitch, really? Like a healthy narcissist? Never, unheard of. let's just give me a minute. You're supposed to have high self-esteem. You're supposed to have pride, because let's be clear, life is full of ups and downs. You're going to experience both, and that's where it becomes a balance in order to make you one complete whole person, healed and all. There, even in our harmony sign, if y'all noticed, in the harmony sign, you got black over here, you got white over here, but what's in the middle of them? In the black part, you got a little bit of white, which means there's always going to be some good and bad. And then over here, you got the black. No, you got the white with the black in it, meaning that there's going to be a little bad and some good. Either way, that's how you balance shit out. A lot of people don't understand that. And if you are solid, and you have the, basically, healthy narcissism is the ability to take pleasure within yourself and your accomplishments, no matter how good somebody else is doing, no matter how bad somebody else is doing. When you're solid, you're going to stand on your own. You don't need their ups or downs to validate whether or not you're in a good place. A majority of narcissists operate the opposite. They want everything to be bad for you so they can feel better about themselves. Because, matter of fact, prime example, you ever met somebody, they don't have anything good to say about anybody? For example, I could kind of use Trick Daddy as an example. Everybody's gushing about Beyonce, and Trick Daddy is like, I don't see what y'all see in her. She ain't that special. Hell, she can't sing. Beehive came for his ass. They still attacking his ass. You know, them folks went over there to that man restaurant and started making motherfucking the Beehive. I don't want y'all to ever come for me, because y'all, Beehive or the Barbs. The Barty gang ain't as bad, but the Beehive and the Barbs, they goes in. They went to this man's business and started what is that called when you do like referrals and stuff like that? You do what is that called? Because I need y'all to start doing that on our pages. But basically, you tell what your experience was. These people over there talking about it was roaches in their food and all type of shit. Y'all operating in narcissist behavior. Chill out, Beehive. It ain't that bad. But you develop a healthy dose of narcissism when you're allowed to express yourself without judgment or being shamed. And even with, like I'm saying, I'm telling you that there is healthy narcissism, but at the same time, you have to be able to balance that shit. You have to be able to not allow it to overthrow your empathy, your empathic. You know, you got to be able to continue to be a very, how about this? You still have to continue to walk righteously. If that makes any sense to y'all. But we have a lot of people who walk around overinflating their self-worth. They will tear you down because that's the only reason that they feel good about themselves. Now, I feel like a lot of us have dealt with somebody who is a narcissist. Like I said, within my research, I found out that I attract a lot of narcissists. And with attracting them, I went to thinking to myself, well, I've always been told that whatever you attract, that's pretty much a part of you. That's something that's inside of you if that's all you're attracting. And me personally, I feel like all I attract is narcissists. And within my research, I did find out that, I may be a bit of a narcissist my damn self. And I think the turning point for me was actually admitting that to myself. Like I said, narcissists do not like to be viewed in a negative light. They hate it. And that's why you have so many people who are manipulative. They seem like they're good friends. They're charming. Everybody likes them and all type of things. And at the end of the day, they're not very good friends. They're not a very good partner. They're not a very good auntie, uncle, sister, brother, simply because they don't see what's in them. They can only see what's in you. And that, my sisters and brothers, is narcissism. It's narcissism. You can check that though. Hey, Valerie. Hey, yeah. Hey, girl. Hey. You can check that though. And with me, the reason I said that everybody has a little bit in them is because a lot of times we be so busy seeing it in everybody else that we don't see it in ourselves. Everybody has the trait. I want y'all, because I know for a fact when I posed that question as the title of this segment, a lot of people was inboxing me, which I don't know why y'all don't comment. Y'all inbox me after y'all see shit. A lot of people was inboxing me like, I'm not a narcissist. That right there is the very first thing to confirm that you are indeed narcissistic. And like I said, I see a whole bunch of y'all coming in. What's up, Twitch? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? What's up, everybody? Hey, Facebook. But as I said before, narcissism is neither good or bad. At least the technical term is neither good or bad, because you have to be somewhat of a narcissist to survive. You have to have some type of pride within yourself. And that right there is that healthy narcissistic trait I was talking about. I ain't no doctor. I'm just a person that sees life as it is, experiences life, and I'm looking for the answer so I can make myself a better me. With that, now that y'all know that, grasp hold to that, acknowledge that, and try your hardest to move forward and be better. Be better. And fighting against it is what's going to make you positive. Fighting against that urge to talk bad about sis. Like right now, y'all probably burning me up because I know my lashes is lopsided like a motherfucker. I keep on it ain't even, fuck it. Let me put on some glasses. Fuck it. Y'all probably sitting up here talking about my lashes right now. And Lord knows I'm fine as hell. The lashes just a little fucked up. I keep looking at it, so I had to throw the shades on real quick and throw the glasses on because it keep bothering me. Now I got to worry about it hitting my glasses, Lord. But I wanted to have this show because I really feel like a lot of us, I'm one of them, but I'm willing to admit that. I don't have an issue admitting that whatsoever, because that's narcissism when you can't even admit that you flawed. A lot of us walk around here like we're perfect. For example, prime example, real big example, Sha'Carri. Now, I know for a fact a majority of people that I even seen boasting or saying anything about Sha'Carri done smoked a little weed. But now all of a sudden, y'all so motherfucking perfect. And my thing is, y'all be smoking weed and you got jobs where you know if they test you, you gonna lose your job. But we had so fucking much to say about Sha'Carri. Oh, she should have known better. This isn't, she breaking the rules. And y'all was so hard on that baby without even thinking about, what was I doing at 20-something years old? Valerie Moss said, I definitely know I have some of those traits and definitely working on maintaining that balance. I know we're responsible for our own actions, but sometimes certain people can cause the fine lines between that healthy and the unhealthy balance to be blurred. You see what I got behind me, right? It says, why did the narcissist cross the road? Because they thought it was a boundary. That's another thing I wanted to touch on, how narcissists will cross boundaries and they know for a fact that they're crossing boundaries, but they don't give a damn. Why? Because a narcissist only gives a damn about themselves. You know, a narcissist is the type of person that can be on a team of people, and this team of people working hard and doing everything they can. And narcissists want to take credit for all the hard work. A narcissist will hear you, and this goes back to what I was just saying about the psychiatrist that I follow on YouTube. How one of the people in the comments was like, we're the ones out here, asking questions, and we're giving you your content, and you're the one getting awarded for it. A narcissist doesn't see a win, a team win, as they won. They feel like you won, and you acknowledging that you won means that they lost. Like I was saying earlier, narcissism is not a diagnosis. It's just to define the way humans act. But some of y'all give in to that so tough. They got a whole disorder. I didn't even know that this was a disorder until I did. Narcissist personality disorder. I had no idea that that was a thing until I started doing my research. I had no idea that that was a thing, but it is indeed a thing. And then those are your people who give in to being overly narcissistic. I got new people coming in here. Let me go back a little bit. The technical term of narcissism is basically love of self. However, you can get so wound up in loving yourself that you forget there are other people that deserve some of that love too. Parents, a lot of y'all don't even notice it, but some of you are narcissists. You charm the fuck out of your kids, you spoil the fuck out of them, and then when they're all fucked up and spoiled and don't really know how to adult, you start degrading them. You lazy. You don't do nothing. You're spoiled ass. I can't stand you. Why I gotta pay your phone bill? Because that's what you've been doing. They've got accustomed to that, and now they don't know any better. Because you done gave them all these gifts and charmed the fuck out of them and made them feel loved and shit. And now they looking at the world as if they supposed to treat you like the mama and daddy treat them. And a lot of us women who are single moms, we overcompensate for the simple fact there aren't any dads in the household or any dads in the picture. So we trying to be mommy and daddy, and we overcompensate, and we make these little assholes that I'm talking about right now. And baby, that's all shade. No tea. But I'm going to take me a sip. I'm bringing all this up, y'all, because it's so easy to fall into the lines of all this, everything that I've researched. Overinflating your self-worth. Tearing others down to build yourself up. Some of y'all be gossiping. Matter of fact, motherfucker said something, and all I could think to myself is, your life ain't no better. Your life ain't no better. A narcissist don't even think about the fact that they in a fucked up situation. They can only focus on your fucked up situation, because your fucked up situation is validation that they life ain't as fucked up or as it is. But I'm here to tell you, stop calling the kettle black when you a fucking pot. We all deal with this. And the first step to trying to find that equal balance is to start checking yourself. Checking yourself is a lot like dieting. It ain't no temporary shit. It's an everyday thing. And every day, and it's not, and you know what? This may be the narcissist in me. I don't think I'm better than anybody because of it, but I'm constantly trying to check myself because I want to be better. Do I fuck up? Hell yeah. Lots of times I fuck up more than I do good. But at the end of the day, I'm so solid within myself. I love myself so much to where those are just scars. That shit ain't shit. Can't touch my inside. That's how you have to stand, y'all. So while we're speaking against narcissism, it is necessary, especially to survive in the type of world that we in, because we all know this world cruel as fuck. This world will chew you up and spit you out. I think Snoop Dogg said it's a dog-eat-dog world, even though a lot of y'all thought he was saying a dog-eat-dog world. No, it's a dog-eat-dog world. My guest last week Was that last week? King and Stanley was over here. I do believe so. He said something last week when we were talking about, the whole situation with Sha'Carri, that life is unfair. It is. Life is unfair. But if you're standing and knowing who you are wholeheartedly, and honestly, this is why I'm able to say, yeah, I got some narcissistic traits like a motherfucker, because I'm solid. I'm okay with who I am. I know that I'm working on this shell that I'm in. I know that I'm working on it. I'm human though. We all are human. So we have to stop denying the fact that we do have those traits. Now, a lot of you deal with narcissists. You want to know why? Because lightness attracts dark. There are a lot of people out here that benefit from your light. The narcissist in them won't tell you, they're not going to tell you that wholeheartedly, but they benefit from your light. A narcissist, let me go back. Because like I said, there is a, what do we call it? There's a spectrum. It goes from healthy narcissism to pathological narcissism. Pathological narcissism is that nasty shit that we're talking about. We're talking about those people who don't know how to listen. We're talking about those people, it's all about me. We're talking about those people, I'm right, you wrong. We're talking about those people that get pissed off because you don't agree with their opinion. That's what I'm talking about. That's that negative shit. That's that shit that you have to check at the door, the front door, or either you gonna end up functioning completely in that negative pool. That's what you want to get away from. There's nothing wrong with being a little narcissistic, bitch. Have some type of self-love about yourself, because if you don't love yourself, who else gonna love you? Let me stop. I went into a precious. Lord forgive me. I went into a precious mode. I went to acting like Auntie Monique though. Cause who's gonna love me? Huh? Go love me. She played a narcissist. Everything was Precious' fault. She didn't think about the fact that she had this baby, and not only when did she have this baby when she wasn't ready for this baby, she dropped the ball when it came to protecting this baby. The baby is defenseless. That's your child. Your child can't defend themselves. However, it's Precious' fault that I don't even know what Monique's name was in that movie, but it was Precious' fault that her life was so fucked up. Yeah, that's big time narcissism. A lot of you don't feel like you operate like that, but I want you to know that part of you that makes you feel like you don't operate in that, or that you're not narcissistic, that's narcissism. You have to find a balance. It's not good nor bad, but you just have to find a balance, because you damage people. And those of you who are operating unconsciously, you don't know that you're damaging people along the way. People that benefit from you, and it's like, have you ever felt disposable? Whether it was a relationship or a friendship, everything was going good until that particular person couldn't get their way. So they drop you. That's what narcissists do. If it's easy for you to walk away from somebody that you confess that you love them, you'll do anything for them, everything going good because it's all going your way. That person agrees with you. That person gets you. That person gets you so much to a point to where and that in itself is narcissism. Enabling the behavior is narcissistic, y'all. This shit deep than a motherfucker. And I didn't even realize that until I started doing the studying. Like, God damn. You can't cut no corners around this bitch. That's narcissism within itself, enabling people. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, point blank, I had a friend. This friend got into it with her mama, and she came to me. And in me being a friend, instead of me telling that friend that bitch you wrong, that's your mama, I sat there and I agreed with her. A narcissist enabling a narcissist. Narcissistic like a motherfucker. I'm gonna wear that word out. Narcissist. Narcissist. I feel like this conversation is necessary for the simple fact a lot of us out here operating in that, and we sitting here looking down at other people who we think are operating like that, and we're so quick to, oh, you're such a narcissist. But has anybody even open up a book and really just studied what narcissism is? It's deeper than just somebody who basically is overly obsessed with themselves. It's more than that. Who is this? Oh shit, this is my dad. Pop. Daddy. Daddy. Y'all hold on 1 second. Daddy. Daddy. Hello. Hold on, y'all. Okay, baby, I'm gonna keep on going. Maybe he'll. Daddy. I don't want to hang up. Dad. I don't think my dad even know he done called me. I'll call him back. A lot of y'all look on Facebook all day long and you fantasize about the lives of these celebrities. And then when something bad happens to them, you feel like it's justifiable. And you want to know why you feel like that? Because you're a narcissist. Anytime somebody's loss becomes your win, that's narcissism. If you sit back and we be so quick to talk about haters. Oh, I got so many haters. Such and such hating on me. This and that. We make statuses. I'm guilty of it. We make statuses shooting low-key general slugs at the population. And the whole time, the thing that we claim to despise or dislike, we are indeed that. I want everybody to start looking within themselves and counting out their flaws. And once we start doing more of that versus counting out somebody else's flaws, that's when we're going to be able to come together as a Black community. We suffer from what white people suffer from, y'all. Narcissism. How else do you explain feeling superior to somebody simply because the color of your skin? Explain that to me. And not just that, we enable them to feel that way because we still walk around. I had a discussion with a young man, a group of people in Clubhouse this morning, and there was this young man who pointed that out. And he was like, not to dish y'all generation. He was talking about me as if I'm 50 or 60 some years old, but he kept saying not to talk about y'all generation. He was like, but us kids, us 20 something year olds, we're out here fighting the police. We're not allowing them to do this and that. And I told him, baby, that's narcissistic as fuck. Because what you're not finna do is you're not finna shit on what our ancestors went through or had to go through to try to make it seem like y'all doing so much more now. Well, they was walking with flyers and they was protesting. We out here actually laying hands on these police. Yeah, but you also got to recognize that those people were living in a different time to where they might have lost their life for the shit. I mean, you'll lose your life now too, but it was a lot more consistent to lose your life as a Black American back then for the smallest shit. marching. Those people were getting killed for just marching. Then he talked about, you know, he was on some real narcissistic bullshit. He was basically blaming where we are today on Black people as a whole without categorizing what those people went through. Times were different. Now we have all type of civil rights because those people got killed and hung to march and stuff like that. We're more liable. They gave us that bravery. But do you see Harriet Tubman coming up from the grave telling y'all motherfuckers the only reason you can go in there is because of what I did? Do y'all see Martin Luther King rising from the grave telling you motherfuckers the only reason y'all where y'all at is because of what I did? That is narcissism. You have to get to a place to where you can be happy for people without having to say what your part was that you played in that. Allow them to be happy within their own accomplishments. Allow them to operate in healthy narcissism. I definitely from this day forward, because I'm not going to be the one pointing fingers when I obviously got 4 pointing back at me. From this day forward, I'm going to try a lot harder than I already was trying to check myself first. Because a lot of times we be fucked up, y'all. And we be so fucked up to where we don't want to face that. And the easiest way to not face that is to look over at Bria over there, who all fucked up. It's easier for me to look at Valerie over there and talk about how fucked up Valerie is than it is to face my own demon. We have to check that at the door so that we're not operating on the negative spectrum of narcissism. I really thought I was going to get more calls than this. And I mean, I honestly thought this was going to take a long damn time, but I just got right on to it, didn't I? You cannot see things, just continue to see things in black and white, ladies and gentlemen. Because guess what? You're operating in narcissism. You cannot remain emotionless. And that's how a lot of people that basically, back to this friend I was just talking, I had a friend. I felt like I couldn't come to her and tell her anything bad for the simple fact her whole attitude about those things was, I don't want to hear shit bad you got going on. I got my own problems. Why in the fuck are we friends again? Because I thought that was basically, I thought that was a safe haven, to be able to come to your friend and sit down and tell them about something, and not so much to complain, but to have that person may have a different light. Can narcissism be caused by childhood abuse? Absolutely. Those of us who suffer from separation anxiety, or we have what do they call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Those of us whose parents weren't really in our lives, we have abandonment issues. That's what I was going to say. A lot of people who suffer from abandonment issues are narcissists. And those are your people who are very flamboyant. You know, I remember there was a time that I had it up to here with the LGBT community, and I'm to be in the community. That's what's sad about it. But I had it up to here because I really don't care for very flamboyant gay men. Okay, you're gay, but you don't have to put it in everybody's face. You don't have to walk around here with your ass cheeks hanging out of you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about that at first. But I do realize that those people have been denied love. And the only way that they feel love is by the attention that they receive from society. So yes, child abuse can be caused. Narcissism can be caused by child abuse. Thank you, Sammy Sam. He said, are all narcissists abusive? Hell yeah. Once again, why did the narcissist cross the road? They thought it was a boundary. Narcissists who don't have any control. We're talking on a spectrum now, Sammy. I don't know if you was here, but I was explaining to the people how narcissism is basically there. It's on a spectrum, and it goes from healthy narcissists to pathological narcissists. And if you allow the healthy to get out of hand, go too far, overly practicing and shit, yeah, you can become abusive. I was just talking about, how a narcissist only feels like they win when you lose. That's abuse. Narcissists will talk about people or make people feel bad with no fucking empathy. For example, you be walking around thinking you got it going on, and you actually got it going on, but you may have a hair out of place. A narcissist is going to notice that before anybody else does. I hate to put I ain't gonna do that because I might find trouble on my hand later. I'll finna throw my mama under the bus. It's definitely Valerie says it's definitely emotionally and mentally abusive and draining, man. And that's why I wanted to go down the line and point out those things, because I'm not just saying that this is something that can be within you. It can actually be with the people that you deal with. A lot of times we deal with narcs, and like I was saying, we become them because that's what we're influenced by. And we become them. Why? Because we're enabling that behavior. That's narcissistic as fuck. Sammy says, my ex-narc's real father left her. Her mom then went with 2 different men, and her stepdad physically abused while her mother watched. Exactly. A narcissist also doesn't feel like they need therapy. When you go through traumatic shit like that, you need somebody to help you deal with that shit. That's why I don't, and I know that it's something that the Black community, they don't fuck with, but it can help you. I'm with Charlamagne the God in pushing that whole thing is go get some therapy. Go get some therapy. This is my daddy again, y'all. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm gonna answer the phone for my daddy. Hello.
What's up, baby doll?
Hey, daddy, you calling me while I'm online, but that's cool. I'm cool. They can hear you. I want to hear what you think about narcissists, Pop.
About the
Narcissist.
Narcissist. Good. You know I'm from Bugs
Well, basically, a narcissist is the type of person, it's all about me. It's all about me. And they not wrong. You wrong. They right. You can't criticize them. I just gave them the definition of a narcissist. And basically, the technical use, because it's on a spectrum, it goes from healthy narcissism to pathological narcissism. And that pathological narcissism is that negative shit, daddy. Sorry, y'all.
Exactly.
My daddy love me, y'all. He love me different than y'all daddy do. I might can slip a cuss word in every once in a while.
Well, it's just a beautiful thing when the student becomes the teacher. First of all, these people you're talking about here are definitely not, the thing is they so lost that they don't even realize they're lost.
Say that, brethren.
Because, see, the first thing with the Messiah is that you got to deny yourself.
Okay, daddy. Come on with it.
He said you can't even follow him if you don't. You can't even get to know him if you don't deny self.
Right.
And these people just, okay, this is one thing the scriptures say. The scriptures say, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
They refuse to renew their mind. They refuse to grow and mature in knowledge. You got to have some knowledge. I've always talked about that.
Right.
You need knowledge. I mean, if you don't, a person that don't read is the same thing as a person that can't read. So yeah, most definitely these people I consider them just the lost. They're lost, man. They can't feel nothing of God. They can't feel nothing of God. Because that thing you were saying about the extremists, you know, the person that takes it to that whole nother level to the point of just their energy is just negative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These people, like I said, they're so lost that if they don't come in touch with a gifted one with drawing power, one who's able to take their knowledge and their experience and actually impart it into them.
Preach, Daddy. Y'all go ahead and hit that Cash App up. The Reverend, we need to click some for the Reverend. Y'all getting this for free. Sammy Sam, hold on, Daddy. Sammy Sam said, can both parents be narcs? Like, is an enabler just as worse? And that's what I was saying earlier, Sammy. If you enable that behavior, you're just as bad as that person.
Oh, most certainly.
If you enable that, and there was an example I made earlier. You know, I had a friend that called me up and she was just basically talking about, oh, my mama done pissed me off. My mama done did this. My mama done did that. And I'm like, oh, girl, you know, I'm agreeing with her. Narcissistic as hell.
Right.
Because I'm enabling that. Instead of me speaking to her and telling her, well, you did this wrong, friend. You might have should have approached it like this, friend. I'm sitting there and agreeing with her like, yeah, your mom's a straight up asshole, friend. I enabled that. So yeah, Sammy, that made me just as bad as her. Killer Craft Entertainment said he sound like a preacher. My daddy is a preacher. He ain't your average preacher though. He's definitely not your average preacher. He is. I hung around in this man ball sack so long I sound like him sometimes.
Preacher. Oh, I love it.
But I hope you all have enjoyed this show. I'm so happy that my dad he's able to be a part or to see what I'm doing around the world. My daddy been told me I'm supposed to been doing this, but I had to find my way. I couldn't just do it like him. Sammy Sand said your dad is a very wise man. I mean, look at me. There I go with my narcissist shit. I can't even let my daddy take his compliment without me having it. That's narcissistic, ladies and gentlemen.
But that is beautiful that you're able to take responsibility. And what I mean by that, you know that the only sins there are unconfessed sins.
Daddy, yes.
Anything. Because the more we seek after righteousness, and because when I say sin, of course, I'm not talking about drinking, smoking, committing adultery, gambling, none of that. Because sin simply means missing the mark. Every time we miss the mark, and no matter what your mark is, if you just shooting at a bullseye, and if you miss the bullseye, you sin because you missed the mark. And it don't matter if you were right close to the bullseye or all the way off the board. Either way, you missed.
Right.
And according to the word of God, we all miss. We all miss. So the only thing you can do to cure the fact that you missed is to confess it. And it's one thing to lie to somebody else, but by all means, don't lie to yourself.
And my daddy has taught me that since I was a little girl. Matter of fact, y'all may hear me say that often on the show. That came from my daddy. Don't lie to yourself. Thank you, Daddy. Don't lie to yourself. And that's why I wanted to have this show. That's why I chose this topic, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of us are running around here lying to ourselves. I know when I posed that question as my title, are you a narcissist? A majority of you said no.
Exactly.
But I'm here to tell you, I have some narcissistic traits. But at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to work on myself and work on myself and work on myself. A lot of y'all don't understand. That's our whole purpose for being here. We may not reach perfection, but we have to continue that cycle of working on perfection.
Very good.
I've enjoyed this show very much, but my daddy here, woo, I love your dad. Everybody love my daddy. Everybody love my daddy. Y'all have no idea. Like, my friends love my daddy. I've even gotten jealous at times because I'm just like, Pop, over here. The one that looks like you. I'm right here. But everybody loves my daddy, and I've been trying to get my daddy to come to my platform for a while because, I mean, I know a lot of people hear Christianity. A lot of people hear the Messiah. They hear Jesus Christ, and it turns them off. But at the end of the day, my daddy is not your average preacher. He's not the judgmental preacher. You might could learn a thing or two from him because the same things that you're intertwined with, my daddy done been there.
Oh, you better believe that.
We're going to have to open you up a Facebook, Daddy. It's time to come out the shadows. The world needs you.
Well, anytime $100 man make $1 million baby, the world gonna call for it. Come see us.
Well, I'm finna end the show so I can enjoy my daddy by myself. Y'all can't have all of this. Y'all gonna have to pay for some of this shit. I want my daddy to myself. I just also, Sammy, yes, I do have an Instagram. It's at KiddyPinkRadio. I'm gonna throw that back up at you. Killer Craft Entertainment. He said, I know that's right. Wish I knew him growing up. Oh, well, what I'm finna have this conversation with the Reverend, and we gonna see can he come back and talk to y'all next time. Maybe I'll be able to see his face or something like that. But I just want y'all to love yourselves because I love you. And I'm going to end the show right there. Y'all make sure y'all come back and check us out on this Thursday. We got Underground Artist Hour popping off. Then Friday morning, come back with me and Bria Bratt for Coffee with Kiddy. And then we're going to be right back here Tuesday, another 6 p.m. for Locked and Loaded. I'm your girl, Auntie Kiddy. I'm going to say it one more time because somebody didn't get that. I love you. I want you to love yourself. We out, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.